So I guess we're ready. Are we ready on?
This is where the music comes in.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm glad y'all changed that music, man. Sheesh, like at the beginning, I was like, "Damn, this is intense,
Right?
bro."
It's in your face.
I know. I was like, but now I like that. You know,
Yeah,
that's
the little slow jam. Welcome to Local Love Podcast. This is Tony.
Sam. Manny.
Jose.
We got our guest, Jose.
Yeah, Jose.
Is that what you're going by, Jose?
I mean,
Hey.
yeah. I mean, I've grown up hearing it all, dude. Like my birth name is Jose, but Jose, Joe, Joey. My abuelita, she couldn't say Joey, so she called me Chochi. That was like
Chochi. Nice.
I don't even want to know.
She just prophesied. She's like, man, this boy's handsome. He's gonna have it.
Nice.
Okay.
Like, you're right, abuelita. You're right. You nailed it.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah, so what do you want to go by, Jose, Joey?
Yeah,
I'm a
Jose.
little
Jose is
I'm
totally
not
fine.
going with the Chochi.
Yeah, that's for grandma. That's for grandma.
Yeah, you probably shouldn't have.
I might
disclosed that information.
No, that's cool. You want to kind of introduce yourself and what you do? And
Yeah. So my name's Jose DURAN. I'm a freelance photographer, somewhat videographer. I have the experience, but primarily photography. Yeah.
Cool. And so what kind of photography do you do? Like what things are you typically taking photos of?
Professionally, it's usually a lot of corporate work.
Okay.
A lot of companies, like their outings, their business parties, things like that. But you know, I so that's like the bread and butter. But you know, I like portraiture, and I think it's just because I like working with people.
Yeah.
And also landscape, like, you know, being able to have traveled, if I have to go somewhere, I always want to make it a point to like find like a unique spot, like a state park or something, or like a city, and just go photograph some landscape.
Yeah,
You get
dope.
some sick shots too.
Thanks, bro.
I'm always hitting you up like, that's sick, bro.
Yeah, you're always sliding
That's
the
badass.
DMs,
That's
just
dope.
hyping me up. I'm like, hell yeah.
So do you have like a website or like things like your prints and stuff that you put up, or do you?
Right now, I'm in. So I had my site up. I just put it on private on Squarespace right now. I'm just doing some reconstruction on it. But yeah, speaking of prints, that's something I hadn't really gotten much into, but it's something I'm gonna start doing more. Yeah, so that'll go with like the revamping of the new site and things like that.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
Nice.
So just like different photos.
his
of things
back
you're capturing.
there.
That's what I was about to
Yeah.
say. So if you come into the shop, and I don't know if we captured it in this video, but the Kanye in the back.
Kanye.
This is the photographer of Kanye.
Yep.
I am here.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's the big piece that everyone
pretty
always
dope.
talks about, because everyone sees it from coming in.
Well, because
And
it looks
we're
like
right
it's
here.
a freaking shrine. Like it looks like
does.
it looks like we're paying offerings to Kanye to bless the barbershop.
me and Blue will say like it's the Almighty Yeezy.
It's like-
Almighty easy.
I mean,
I like that.
he fits it. He did go crazy for a bit.
Yeah, man, Jesus.
Yeezy.
So you want to tell us how you got the shot, or?
Yeah. So that was really fun. A friend of mine, she had hit me up on Instagram, and she was saying that there was some ministry. This was right before the pandemic hit, like January of 2020, and
Alright.
she was like, "Hey, this ministry's looking for photographers, this and that. You should reach out to them." So I reached out to them, showed them my portfolio, and I was like, they're like, "Look, we want to have you. You know, we discussed the business aspect to it. But they're like, it's so short notice, we can't fly you out. And I was like, I could drive, but just including the travel. And they were like, okay, yeah, that's fine. And then I hauled it out to Arizona for 13 and a half hours. And it's crazy because when I tell people that, like, I get that reaction, but dude, I love being on the road, man.
No, but I'll tell you why you're getting that reaction from me. Because I've done the drive, and I will never do it again. That is the one drive that ruined me to say more than 5 hours I'm flying. Anywhere in life. More than 5 hours, I'm flying.
Nah, I'm with you, man.
I like
being on the road too.
Yeah, same, man.
It's all good.
And
But here's like, I don't know. For me, like, so me, Sammy, and my dad went to Arizona. Yeah, we went to Arizona. Where did we
Phoenix?
go?
No.
Casablanca? No, not Casablanca.
Casablanca. That's down the street.
What is that place called? Why is it slipping me? Oh.
It's Casa something, but it's not Casablanca. We're going to see Spider-Man 3.
Anyways, we were going over there, and so naturally we leave at night because it's like there's nothing to see from here to El Paso, so you might as well drive at night.
No doubt about it.
So we go driving. I was like, I got the first shift. My dad's supposed to take the second shift, so I'm driving. We left around 10
know
midnight.
where it's going. Already know.
It's about I'm like literally we're about like maybe 30 minutes or something outside of El Paso or something. And I was like, all right, it's already getting like around 6, 7 in the morning. And so it's like, all right, shift change. And so like we change.
Know.
My dad goes and drive. I go to the back of the car to sleep. Sammy's there. And like I fell asleep, and then I feel the car stop, and I wake up and I'm like, how long have I been out? And I look at my phone, and it's like literally been 10 minutes. I was like, why did we stop? And he's like, yeah, that's tired. He had to go grab himself a coffee and stuff. And so he comes back in, and I'm just like, you do the courtesy thing of like, hey, do you want me to drive or? And I was thinking I was gonna say no, I got it.
Hell yeah.
If you don't mind. I was like, what? I was like, so there I am driving the rest of the way. I'm like bloodshot, just tired. And I'm just like, so after that, I was like, never again. I'm not doing
Okay,
the
so you just had a bad experience.
Right.
Yeah.
But see, I feel like that. See, for me, that feeling, it's like once I reach my destination, I feel like it's worth it.
Yeah.
Like when I take long hauls like that, man, I'm just like I get to the spot and I'm like, I'm not even tired no more, dude. I'll probably like be falling asleep, drifting off the road, like on my way over there. But once I reach my destination, I'm like, man, I'm ready to do some shit.
See,
you know?
I like the theory of the long drive because you get to see America and all that stuff, and you're like, you see the movies and stuff.
But there's a lot that you don't need to see, bro. There's a lot that's just like there's nothing.
That's what I said. That's why I like the theory and the concept of driving on the U.S. But the reality of it, nah.
Yeah. Hey, look, it's some roads that you just don't need to be driving on, man. I tell you, man, my wife and I, we went on the road, bro. I mean, it was literally nothing.
And I'm not
I'm not lying, bro. There was no telephone poles, there was no fences, there was nothing but road and land as far as your eyeballs could see.
See, I'm the type, I want to get point A, point B, and that's it. So like now that I'm driving from Austin to San Antonio, like it's a competition with myself. Can I make it here quicker than I did the last time? That's all it is.
Without getting pulled over.
Yeah.
All right, Toretto.
It's not about listening to the music. It's not about enjoying the view, the drive. It's about, can I beat myself over here? And that's it. That's all it is.
Oh yeah.
But if there's any police officers listening, I am driving the speed limit. So you hauled 13 hours to Arizona.
Yep.
You get there, and then so
Did
what
you
happens?
know that it was already going to be Kanye, or did you just? Oh, okay.
That was the whole thing, dude. Like
Did you have to like sign a whole bunch of paperwork and stuff, like NDA?
No, man.
No,
It was so chaotic. And that was the thing, too, because I was afraid. I was like, damn, man. Like, knowing this, they're going to want the rights to the photos, this and that. But no, it was like so chaotic, man. I just got there, went under the radar. They were like, even like in between sets, they wanted people to come and like edit the photos out. And then like send it to a specific Dropbox so they could put it on their social media. And I never did, man. I just stayed out. I stayed out in the crowd the whole time. I was like, I didn't go backstage. I went backstage like right before Kanye West and Sunday Service were coming out. just to eat. So like I'm in the cafeteria spot, and then like I just started seeing everybody wearing the same thing coming out of this room, and I was like, oh shoot, it's Sunday service, man. I'm just chilling there, just eating some nachos and stuff. But
Wait, did you know it was Sunday service? Or?
yeah. I
Oh,
mean,
yeah.
obviously, like
Okay,
they're
okay.
all wearing exactly what he's wearing.
yeah.
So I was like, but yeah, but that was it, man. I just stayed like, and for everything, like even Brian Head Welch from Korn was there. A lot of there was like even
That dude's really dope.
he's a cool guy.
Yeah.
Like
I've never
yeah.
read his book, but I've heard it's really good. So if you guys ever want to,
That was one of the books that helped me out when I got saved. Like that was one of the books that I read right before I got saved. It was really good.
he's the drummer for Korn.
No,
Bassist.
Korn.
Bassist,
Mm-hmm.
whatever.
Close enough, I
Close
guess.
enough. He's in
How
the
dare
group.
you.
He's in the group.
He's there.
I'm sure he'll get a lot of hate. In the At least I'll start
It's
adding
Korn with a
comments.
K too. It's not-
I know it's Korn with the K. I know it's not with the C. Anyways, so you're seeing all these people. You're in the crowd.
Yeah. Then I was like, oh, okay. So they're about to get out there. So I just went out there, found my spot, man, and just kind of moved around from there. But yeah,
How do you figure out your spots? Like, do you kind of just vibe it out, or do you just like you kind of know like which angles are the
I
best?
think you gotta know your camera too, right?
yeah, you gotta know your camera.
Yeah.
I think, like, and it is a lot of that too. Like you're just filling out the whole setting. Like I don't know what it was. I just like everybody, like all of the photographers, because I got that shot when everybody, the whole choir from Sunday service came off of the stage, and they were like on ground level with the audience, and like all the photographers' attention was on that, and I was just like, man, that's boring. It's just a sea of people. Like I don't want to capture that. You have this icon right there on the stage by himself. There's no interruption. There's no one else. So I just kept my lens on him, man, and I like, sure enough, he's just looking around. And then he looks right at me. That was it, dude. I just caught as much as I possibly could, and I just got the shot.
You guys give each other like a wink. Like
Yeah, I was like,
this. we got this, Kanye. I got you. I got you, Yeezy.
he gave me a head nod.
That's cool, man.
Yeah.
So what got you into photography, right? Like we were talking earlier. You grew up here in San Antonio.
Mm-hmm.
What? Where down the path did it say, all right, I want to get into photography?
Dude, like, so I've always been captivated. Like even as a little kid, I think because I grew up like with my mom living with my grandma, and so like my grandma always had like old photos like from Mexico and from like when she first came to the States, and I just thought that like they just captivated me, man. Like I thought that there was just something about the black and white that just like the natural state of people just having their photo shot. And back then it's like they're not people who are like posing for a selfie. Like they're just them.
Natural elements. Yeah, just
Yeah.
chilling, dude.
Well, and so like I always had that kind of attention towards photography, but nothing to a point where like I was like in a photography class in school. Like I never studied any of that stuff, and like not into books about it. It was just like I liked old pictures. I thought they were cool. That was it. And it wasn't until I was like I want to say I think like 19. So it was like 20. Yeah, because it's like 2014 where like I actually like started taking photos with a phone, and then I met a guy at this event who was a photographer, and the dude just became my mentor, and I just learned under him, and dude, yeah, I just took it from there.
So how did you like start perfecting your craft, right? Because you didn't go to school for this or anything like that. You find a mentor, they're teaching you. So it's like with anything, like when you first start off, you're probably not the best at it, right? You're like going through the motions till you get to where you're
Right.
you're starting to build it up. So how did that go for you?
I think I was fortunate because having this guy to learn from, he just laid everything out for me and just always was always on me about like my settings, my lighting, and like everything. So that really helped really fine tune, the just pictures that I wanted to take. And it wasn't so much of just like, oh, that's cool, let me take a picture of it, and then but it was more of like, look at the elements around you, pay attention to like people and try to fill them out and see how you could just capture them as naturally as possible. So like when I work with someone who is either a model or not a model, it's like I can direct and I can show them like, hey, like pose this way, pose that way, but as much as possible, man, like I make the environment comfortable, and I give as minimal direction as possible, and I let them kind of just fill it out, and then I just capture that stuff. I just move around them. I look at someone like a statue, pretty much. Yeah. Like there's so many different angles you can make that statue look.
That's dope, bro.
Empowering. Yeah.
That's dope.
Appreciate it.
So when you started you're a freelancer, so it's basically like you're your own boss. You created your own business and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
How did you go about that? Like, what are some of the things you did so that you can, create a living and stuff?
Man, dude, it's like that side doesn't come easy to me. The logistical side, the keeping track of your miles and your spending, all of that does not come easy to me. And so a lot of it's just been trial and error and just like really figuring out my worth.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I think like I've gone through that imposter syndrome where it's like I look at my work and it, like, not to sound conceited or anything, but I know that it's good because people tell me like it provokes something in them.
Yeah.
And that just like that. Okay, like that makes me just feel good to hear.
Yeah.
And so, but then at the same time, it's like that self-doubt.
Yeah.
Like, man, is this really worth that?
You start telling yourself like, am I really this good, or are they just like bullshitting?
Yeah.
They're just like throwing that out there just to make you feel happy about what
Right.
you're doing, because people will do that. Like, but if it's constant, then you know that it's real. Like, like if it's not just one person, which I'm more than sure that that's what happens with you, because I'm one of the fans. I'm like, this is sick, dude.
Dude,
like,
you honestly, you're my hype guy, bro. Seriously, dude. Like you honestly, like, really, you've helped me kind of come out of that phase of just like stop with the overthinking and just owning it.
Yeah.
So I appreciate that, man.
Thanks, man. Yeah. I mean, because it's real. Like, I love your photographer. There's this one photo that I always mention to you, and it's like, it's a landscape one. I think it's of a house, and he caught this like bird, and it's in action, and it just looks sick. And I always
that's Vegas. That's the Vegas one, bro. Caesar's Palace.
Like,
yeah.
And I was just like, it's just sick. Like, it just captures. The building itself isn't moving, but the way he captured the bird made that picture alive. And I'm always telling him, like, dude, that's a sick picture. You need to do a print of that one.
Yeah. That's cool. Another thing. Like, you're always telling me, like, you need to print these, you need to print that. And I'm like, yeah, I know. Damn it.
Sounds like you just need to. I mean, that's part of it. I think when you're going through the business world, like, sometimes you got to know your strengths and weaknesses, right? And I think part of that is, like, you may have a passion for one thing, but you may, like you said, the business side may not be your thing. So you find someone that can help you with that.
Yeah.
To kind of push that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like not to do a plug, but like Tony was like hitting me up about the coffee thing, and I was like, yeah, let's try it. And dude, it's been a hit. Like, we only got one bag left. Like
It is a plug. We are drinking Quantum Coffee.
Quantum
You
Coffee
can get
at-
here at Local Love.
This
I
coffee
will-
goes hard.
Hello.
hell yeah.
Shout it out.
People call it shameless plugging. I don't call it shameless plugging. I'm gonna plug whatever I'm pushing because if I'm pushing something,
I
that
like
means
it.
I'm
I
proud
like
of
it.
I'm
Yeah.
not
You know
gonna
what
push
I'm
something
saying,
I'm
man?
not proud of.
You know.
I've never been ashamed to push. I mean, I literally got a barber tattooed specifically because I know when they see it, they're gonna ask about it. They're gonna be like, "Are you a barber?" Yes, I am.
So we're gonna put your information into the description. But like, if people want to reach out to you, like, what kind of services can they reach out to you for? 'Cause I know you do corporate stuff. It sounds like that's your
Yeah.
bread and butter. So anyone that's running a business, you want some corporate photos and things like that.
Yeah.
For a website or whatever. But what other things can people kind of hit you up to support you, and like services they can reach out to?
Like, do you do weddings and photography, like portrait photography?
Yeah. I've done weddings before. I'm supposed to be doing one this October, but I haven't done a wedding like in years, man. But really, I would say like if you want just some portrait work, just of whether it's yourself or for your brand, for your corporate headshot or whatever, or even if you want something intimate for your families and things like that, that's the type of work I like to do. And because the thing is, it's like I've done work that I'm just not enthusiastic about,
Yeah.
and I've realized that the client doesn't get my all. Like, I could suck it up and just do it for the money, but if I want to create something that's gonna last ages, man, like that's the type of stuff I like to do for
Right on.
people. Yeah.
So like family portraits too, or is
Yeah, that too.
that's cool. I think that's I think that's I don't know, maybe it's just me. I don't know if there's a lost art in the family portraits and stuff like that. I don't know if people do that as much anymore now because we have phone. Everyone, I think we take for
You
granted the
talking-
pictures because you have so much access to it on your phone.
Are you
and
talking
everything.
about the ones that are like the ones that we took that one time where we were all
No, but
wearing,
but like even that,
sweaters and it's just
yeah, but even that, like you used to have to go to Kmart, Sears, or somewhere, and you go take a family portrait.
Come on now.
Yeah.
Now-
Telling the truth now.
But now because we have so many pictures, like
Yeah.
people just like, how many times do you actually go through your phone and look at all the digital photos you have? Like,
Right.
people take thousands of photos, but they don't take them too hard because it's like, oh, I'm here, click, 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 click. Right? You always have space. Like, I don't know. I think there's just something like when it's limited, because like you're taking a portrait, you're taking something now that's a little more special. It's more of a memory, I guess.
Yeah.
And a lot of people think they're photographers, and it's like, no, man, you just got a phone. Like, I know I'm not a photographer.
Oh, I know. I'm not like I've had people like they'll ask me to take a photo of them, and they're like, okay, but go at this angle. I'm like, I'm not a photographer. Like, literally, you're asking me to take a picture of you, and you're trying to ask me
got
to
that.
get this right angle so that
Yeah.
you look thinner, or get this right angle so that you look at this, and this is
Yeah.
my best side. Like,
Yeah.
you should hire someone for that because that's not me.
Yeah.
The only thing I'm good at, and I don't even know if I'm good at, is taking haircut pictures. And even then, I look at my pictures, I'm like, yeah, I get the same angle every time. Like, and now I got to do videos because that's what's in right now. So
Yep.
you got to do videos.
Yes,
Wait, so did you say that you do business headshots too, or what?
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to hit you up 'cause I need a business headshot.
Absolutely, man.
Like every
Gotcha.
company wants you to take headshots and stuff like that, and I've never been good. I don't really like. I think Manny, you did my last one, I think, and but I've never been big on taking photos. Like, I've never been I think our family was that way. We weren't photographic though. When we were kids, I don't know. I guess it was my mom's influence taking us to Kmart and making us like, take family.
You know
pictures
it was
and
your
stuff.
mama. You know it was your
It
mama.
might have been my dad.
Yeah.
No, see, here's what I'm coming and learning. My dad has it, but he doesn't want to tell us, so he tells my mom, and then my mom's the one that pushes it on us.
Ah.
Because, like,
Okay.
great example. Yesterday, I go to go eat somewhere, and I'm 38 years old, but my parents are my parents.
Of course.
they're who they are.
Of course.
I get like a text around like 9. Hey, did you make it back safe? I'm like, yeah. I was like, you can get a call from the cops or the ambulance, so you should be good. And my mom's like, your dad wanted to know. So that's what I mean. Like, it seems like my mom, but it's my dad sometimes in the background.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that is true. Dad is like that, but it's because he's he has that machismo-ness where he can't.
It makes sense.
Like the way he shows love is by helping us. He won't tell us. He won't be like, "I love you, son," and hug us. He'll be like, he's like, "Hey, do you need help over here?" I'm like, "No, I don't need help at all." Dad. He's like, "Just making sure." All right, cool. Like,
That's awesome.
I had learned that I had to be careful what I told him I liked, because like there was a while like growing up, like, or when I came back from college and I was living there with them, it was like, man, I really like these cookies. And the next thing I knew, I had like a year supply of the cookies, because he's like buying. Well, I thought you really liked that. I was like, yeah, I liked them at that moment. I was enough to eat for a year. Like, I'm good.
there's this soap that you liked. It was like a fun one or something.
Yeah.
And I remember anytime I was hanging out with him, we would go to Sam's or whatever, and he would be like, "Oh, I need to get this for Tony." And I'm like, "Did he ask?" And he's like, No, but he likes it, so I got like he just kept collecting them, and I was like, I guess, dude.
It's funny awesome. The way it goes. So yeah, family photos. So definitely, hey, that's cool. Like,
yeah.
All right, so where's the craziest place you've taken a photo? Other than the Kanye, we already got the Kanye.
Right. Okay, no. You want to hear the craziest? All right. Craziest place I went to take photos at was at the Capitol on January 6th.
You were there.
You were there.
I forgot about
that. Why did we not open with this?
FBI, please do not hit up our boy trying to get evidence. Like
we're getting taken down right now.
If you want prints,
we just got flagged.
Federal Bureau. You want some prints? I got you.
Damn, are you serious? Wait.
At a cost.
Are you serious, bro? You was
Yeah.
Oh
yeah.
man,
We were there, dude.
Yeah.
I know that must have been.
All right, so how crazy was it there?
It was nuts. It was insane. But and this is like total honesty. Well, so when I got there, and like I tried to get there for like the whole event, because I had some friends up there. And I drove the whole way, dude. Like,
damn,
shoot, talk about a stretch, man. Yeah. I was so dead, but it was like how I was telling you. Mm-hmm. Once I got there, man, I was just energized. I was ready to go. Yeah. And man, just like a sea of people from where Trump was speaking and like all the way down to the Capitol. Man, it was insane. Like it was wild. But dude, I got there like right after Trump finished his speech. And I was like, damn, man, I was like, bugging, dude. Yeah. I was, man. I was like, man, that sucks, because I was really trying to capture it. But I was like, whatever, man. I'll capture whatever else. Yeah. So by the time people are already making their way to the Capitol, so I'm just walking with people, taking photos, and I'm just like meeting a bunch of different people. And I like somehow just like you go and there's already a barricade. People are pushing through the barricade. And so I just made my way through a little slot, and I'm just like, dude, incognito, bro. Like I'm not out there trying to stick on one side or the other, bro. I'm just like, dude,
trying to capture history.
Yeah, that was it, dude. And I was like, man, this is dope. And so like, man, people were going.
So was it peaceful and calm, and then all of a sudden just like erupted, or?
Yeah, dude. Yeah. Well, okay, this was the thing. It was like man, I don't know how you could explain it, but like in one patch of the crowd, it was just chill. A majority of it, dude, people were chill.
It's like a concert.
It was like a concert. You have people that are just headbanging. Then you have people that are moshing. It was like that. Yeah, best way I could describe it. And so like I made my way to the top of the Capitol. And it was just like a sea of people. Dude, like the majority of people are like singing like hymns. They're freaking like singing the national anthem. It was beautiful, bro, really. Wow. Like it was one of those, it was like, there were a couple of moments where I was just like in awe. You know what I mean? Like, because it really felt very unified. Yeah. And you had people that were like getting on other people who were breaking windows and all that. Like they were like getting on them. Dude, one guy was like trying to, like, he actually bashed the window, and a group of guys, they just pulled him and just started beating him. Like, dude, they and then just threw him up, picked him up, and then threw him up. But at the same time, there's like the entryway to get in from the top.
Yeah.
Dude, there was like a group of dudes trying to get in, and the Capitol Police all in SWAT gear, and they're just going at it, man, throwing mace and like all of it, dude.
Okay, so
This is all
let me get this-
simultaneous.
so-
Everything's happening like
hold
that.
on, bro. Hold on, bro.
Why do I
So
feel
it
like
went
you're gonna
from-
get
so-
called
so-
to the trial? They're gonna call you to the trial next.
So you went from singing him Kumbaya,
Yeah, pretty much.
my Lord, to breaking the law.
Yeah,
breaking
dude,
the
and
law.
there were people like with speakers, man, and there's
Damn.
like dun, like some hardcore music, and they're just like going at it like bah bah bah. It was dope. It was so cool, man.
This is all at the same
All at the
time.
same
Like
time.
it wasn't
Oh my
like
God.
it started off peaceful and then it erupted. It was like peaceful eruption all at
Yeah.
the same.
Yeah,
That's definitely a mosh pit.
it
type
was
concert, you know?
gnarly, dude. Like I saw that guy. I walked past that dude that they threw in prison with the buffalo horns.
Yeah.
That guy. He started off on the roof and then he
You
went
don't have a
down.
photograph of him or what?
No, I didn't get him, man. But dude, I got a bunch of other stuff, man, and it was just, yeah, it was wild.
So that's
It was
the
a wild
craziest
time.
one.
That's
huh?
crazy.
Yeah, that was the craziest, man.
Andale.
That's wild,
Yeah,
dude.
yeah,
I forgot about that.
Damn, that's crazy. That's nuts.
yeah, that-
I wasn't expecting you to say
I know. I wasn't
that.
expecting that either. That was a twist
Oh,
there.
damn.
yeah. That was fun,
You
man.
lost the chip, right? You didn't got the photographs or nothing, right?
No, I still got them.
I
Yeah,
was trying to help you out. I said you lost it.
You're about to get called to the trial.
come and find me. But yeah, no, that was a lot of fun. And the thing that was crazy about it was that, man, I think that was like the first time my eyes were, because like you kind of have this overall understanding that our media it's just it's nonsense. So much of it is it's more about
Yeah.
despair
course.
and heartbreak and
Right.
all of this damnation. But being there, dude, I actually saw like, wow, man, how deceptive that really is. Because while I was there, it's like, they're like, people aren't fighting. Like there's not people that are like being choked out, that are like squaring up.
Right.
There's nothing like that. There's the tug and pull, which is like what you would normally see in an uproar or whatever, an unrest. But like, dude, it was managed by other people. People weren't letting other people beat on cops.
Yeah.
Like that wasn't happening. And my wife is calling, like blowing my phone up at the same time, saying that they're saying this on
yeah, of course.
on the news, this and that. And I was like, nah, I'm just chilling up here. like, but then
Saw the buffalo dude.
yeah, I just saw that guy. But yeah, and then the following day I'm driving back. I got to link up with some buddies afterwards, and then like they offered me to stay at a hotel, and I was like, nah, I gotta drive back, man. I don't want to be here. I don't want to be here anymore, dog. It was just like it was.
Duncan covered.
Yeah, dude. Once it was over, man, like I stayed for like middle of the night, and just DC, bro. Man, DC's eerie. It's just like I don't know.
sir.
You feel some kind of energy out there. So I was like, nah, I'm trying to get home, bro. I gotta be on the road.
It's crazy in DC, all right.
Yeah.
The hood is like right by the White House.
I know, dude.
So it's like,
Yeah.
It's crazy, but it's also cool if you ever get a chance to go see it. It's cool
nice.
to go see the history and stuff.
Absolutely.
Like I've gone to DC a couple of times just to walk around and see like the history of it, and like, I mean, I don't know, it's just interesting. Like, my parents went, and I remember seeing the Constitution, and you sit there and you're like, these guys were sitting here creating a concept that hadn't been tested yet.
Yeah.
A government run by the people. Like, that was unique back then. That was something different. Like, it wasn't. You were always used to monarchs.
Yeah.
And so it's kind of cool just to sit there and you like. What we forget is like these guys, as they're writing this, they're actually performing treason, right? Because they're going against their king, so they are criminals in a sense. So
Yeah.
it's
Yeah,
like,
they're having a creative mind because you
so
can't.
it's like But if you when you study history, you see it all over the place, right? There's the French Revolution, so you had the French when they became in line. The same thing with the Egyptians, the Jews. I mean, you see the Jews leaving Egypt, like they, most
the Mexican Revolution.
The Mexican Revolution, Mexican Revolution against Spain. They realized, they were tired of being run by a monarch, and they created their own monarch, but.
But
which is debatable whether or not they did the right thing on that, right?
Well, I mean, without them going that route and then being too prideful to pull back, I mean, you wouldn't have Texas and half the southern states.
Well,
that ended up becoming part of the U.S. So
very true.
Oh, that's cool, man. I mean, DC is definitely cool to go check out.
It is, yeah. I'm not trying to undermine it at all. It was just like in the middle of the night.
No,
I felt, it was different.
It's still sketch.
It was sketch. But even then, dude, I still kind of like took some time to go walk around. I was just, just take pictures and stuff at night.
Yeah. Like, if you've never seen the Lincoln Monument, like, that's cool to go check out.
Oh, yeah, dude.
Like, how huge it is ridiculous. It's just like, it's nuts.
Yeah.
Yeah, Lincoln Monument. They have a big old thing for like MLK and stuff. It's like, it's pretty interesting.
So I know you got pictures of that.
MLK one, I did, but it wasn't good. And I was just like, no. But of the Lincoln Monument, yeah. And I saw the before going to DC before January 6th. I saw like the whole ceremony of the unknown soldier. And I thought that was really cool, man. Like just that reverence, like just seeing someone.
I think even like the World War I monument or whatever it is, like that hall that they have there, where it's like outside, it's like I think it's World War I or whatever, or maybe it's World War II. But it's interesting because like the tour we were on, it was like they actually didn't build that until Saving Private Ryan came out, and like everyone watching it and realized they had no monuments to these people.
That's wild.
So it's
that's crazy.
Like, that was World War II.
Yeah, I think it was World War II. Yeah, so they had like nothing. Like even with like, so it's like kind of interesting when you start seeing that and realizing, wow, that one movie is what like lit everything up on like, hey, we don't really remember these people.
Thank you, Tom Hanks.
That's cool, man. So all right, best photo that you've ever taken? Like what other than the Kanye? What's your like the one photo like you want hung over your grave when you this is the remembrance of Jose?
I don't know, man. I think that's hard to say, honestly. Just because like I know there's always gonna be something that captures my eye, and I'm just gonna fall in love with it.
Yeah.
Like it happens with a lot of my work, man, where I see it and I'm like, I think, wow, man, this is amazing. Like, really, it's a gift, like because, dude, like like I said, man, I didn't have any professional teaching. Like, I wasn't raised in a photography family, and pretty similarly, man, like. I mean, like we have like the Polaroids and the old Kodak disposable photos, things like that. But that's just family stuff, man. That's not something where like someone decided to make a career out of it. Like that doesn't exist in my family. And as far as I know, man, like that sort of that creative intuition, like I see it in my brother. But aside from my older brother, that, dude, like, there's no uncles, there's no aunts that were artists or anything like that. So yeah, I think, to answer your question, man, I think I'll end up like taking a photo of something and it'll just make me proud. Nice. But then on the other side, there'll be other photos and I'll be like, damn, man, I should have taken it this way. Yeah. So
No.
it's always
I can-
it's always like that.
So which one are you in love with right now then?
Right now?
Yeah. What's the
Okay, so
love
you're
one?
not gonna you're just gonna keep on hounding me with
Yeah,
the question.
Yeah, because you did a great job of talking around it.
Okay. Yeah, dude. Okay, yeah, honestly. Okay, so excluding the Kanye one.
Really the Kanye, because we know the Kanye. Everyone
Right,
sees
right,
the
right.
Kanye.
Yeah. Okay. I think I would have to say, man, dude, that's such a hard question.
The Vegas shot.
The Vegas shot was good. Yeah. That was nice.
That one you just posted is sick.
Oh yeah, of Mike, the
from
tattoo artist,
Feed
Feed Me. Yeah.
That one was sick.
I think later down the line, I think that's what I'll probably, if we end up coming back and you ask me this question again, it'll probably end up being something that's surrounded by that style. Like if you, it's just, I want to capture more of that Chicano culture, and I guess in a way that I saw it growing up, you know. Where so I think I'll probably end up having something later down the line where I'm like, okay, that's
This
the
is the
next
one.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got you,
Because
got you.
like
I got
honestly,
you. Yeah.
honestly, right now, like it is that
It had to
Kanye
be that
one,
one.
man.
Yeah.
Like
That's cool.
I got you.
really,
Yeah.
because I that's so lucky, dude. Like you know what I mean? Like it just spare the moment.
I would love to see a collection of like Chicano culture. Like I've seen books and stuff.
Yeah.
But I think sometimes it gets so focused on the one area of Chicano culture back in the 80s and stuff where when you were fighting for the rights, which we have plenty of. But like the new Chicano culture, I think just goes through, like, it's not just the low rider. It's not just the dude with the starch up dickies and stuff like that. Like you got so many, like the Chicano culture goes through so many.
Especially
things,
Tex-Mex,
like,
man.
all over the place. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, and you see pieces of it in everywhere, like just different things. Like, you could have come from the same West Side area, and you're gonna have 20 different people dressing 20 different ways,
Yeah.
20 different things, but they all have that Chicano culture to it. So that'd be cool, man. I'd like to see some of that.
Absolutely, man. Yeah. I'm definitely kind of just gearing more towards that as far as just promoting it, sending it out to galleries, and trying to get my foot in that door. But
Well, if you do have I know my brother had mentioned that you took some photos at the Casianos, the arts there. So like, there's one, man. I have to see if you have it. There's one that I always remember. That was the one that I saw when I knew we were going to my abuelita's house, because that was the one we turned. It was like some Buddha-looking like dude on the side of the wall. It was on the outside. I can't remember.
I know what you're talking about.
I don't know what the hell it was, but it was like you would pass the normal one, the Aztec warrior with the half naked woman there.
Yeah.
And then it was like there was like a Buddha looking guy. I don't think it was Buddha, but he looked like a Buddha looking guy.
There's the one that always captured my eyes was the one that God's planting that seed in the waters. It was.
And I don't even think I remember that one.
It has like a single tree.
Yeah,
Well,
I
yeah,
know what
when you're
talking
saying
about.
when you're saying it, I didn't
like-
realize that's what it was. Like now that you're saying it,
Yeah, because like it wasn't until
It's like
I
a
visited
hand, right?
recently. Yeah, like
You should
it goes
explain to
through-
the
yeah,
what the Casianos is.
Yeah. So if you've never been to the Casiano courts, the projects over there off of I don't even remember the streets now. What is it? It's on the west
Side, yeah.
It's on the west side. It's,
part
so
of the west side.
yeah. So if you ever, I think Said Audible runs all the way over there. So if you ever go towards that area, you'll see that they're the old project housing, but the project housing on the side, they had art on there, and it was like a Chicano type Aztec art on the outside, and that's what the side of each of the, like you had these project housings that were just built just there. They're all similar. Typical project housing, you have the closed wire. Like that's how when you're in the project, like you see the clothesline outside.
Yeah.
You're like, yeah, okay. I say that because I was in Austin and I was like, I'm gonna try this other HEB out, and I was like driving through there, and I was like, this area is starting to look familiar. Where am I at? I'm like, this area looks familiar. I was like, I drove by a spot, and I saw the clothesline outside. I was like, Yep, I'm in the hood. Yep. I know where I'm at.
When I passed by there the last time, that's when I snapped. Like it kind of has like a Chicano, like the Chicano history, like, but it starts all the way from with God, and then it'll have it like has Moses, and then it has the Aztecs, and
Yeah, it
then
has
goes,
a mixture of stuff.
Yeah,
like
and then
the Spaniards in there.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Like if you ever get a chance, I would say go by there. If you're coming from the north side and stuff and you never hung out in that neighborhood, go by there in the day. Don't be driving by at night by yourself.
Yeah, don't be stopping and looking at the
Yeah,
art.
no,
Just drive by it. Don't be-
Check it out. Don't stop like you're a tourist.
It's not a tourist spot.
Yeah. No, it could be.
Yeah.
It could be with the art. Like if,
Yeah.
if you get people to understand the art, you get the hipsters over there, you gentrify the whole area, and then all the people. It's a whole other topic. But anyways, but
Don't give
it's
them
cool
any
art.
ideas now.
I mean, the hipsters are gonna start living there soon. I'm telling you, with the art the way it is,
They're gonna be condos.
yeah. They're gonna tear down everything but that walls with the paintings on there. But I definitely recommend go check it. Like if you've never been in that area, we were talking about it earlier. I think it's the only project housing I know of in San Antonio that actually had like art on the side of it and stuff.
Yeah.
I could be wrong. Feel free to correct me in the comments. But yeah,
Yeah, and that was just one of the staple things on the west side. Because, like, I mean, I told him, like, when I saw where he was taking, I was like, man, we grew up, like, going over there and, like, seeing that art. Like, every time we would go to Walitas,
that's why.
it was like,
That's
it was
why I didn't know
some-
the name of the streets, because the way I knew was okay. We're turning where the Buddha guy's at.
Yeah.
Like that's how I knew I was going to my abuelita's house. Was like, oh, you start seeing the art. Okay, that's where we're going. That's where we're
And
turning.
then there was like a bakery. I remember, like, right
Cinderella's.
outside. Yeah, right outside, and we would pass that.
Cinderella's is still there if you ever want to.
And I told him that I thought Walita had more money than us, because remember Walita had the 2-story. She had a 2-story.
Yeah,
so
she
it
had-
had stairs,
she
and I
had-
was
she
like,
had the
oh, man,
two-story
she has a
project house.
2-story, man.
That's awesome.
with the
That's
water
dope.
cooler AC.
Yeah, so
You have
we
to go wet the hay.
yeah, so we would
That's funny.
Whatever worked. Hey, whatever
kept,
worked.
Kept the place cool, so
yeah.
it was what it was.
Whatever worked.
and it was like it was dope. Like we would go by, like it's kind of weird because like when I was little, like I don't know if you felt this way. I didn't look at them as the projects. I just looked at it. That's my grandma's house. Like that's my abuelita's house. It wasn't until I got a little bit older and they're like, oh yeah, like they started telling me it's the projects, it's the courts, and I was like, oh, okay, like.
Yeah.
But for me, it was just like apartments.
No,
I was
yeah,
like, we're gonna go over there.
it was normal. Yeah, I mean, you knew it was a project housing, but it was normal because you would go visit and things like that, and it was just being there. I mean, I do have more stories we can share
Matter of fact,
down the line.
If you guys go and click on his page because he has those 2 pieces on there. They're sick.
Yeah, let me do more. So my Instagram is jose.x.reyes, Reyes. That's it.
Wait, so if you have that Buddha print, I want that one.
I'll try to
should-
find it, man.
You should take a picture of Tony in front of it.
Dude, yeah, get some portraits out there, dog.
We can do something like that. Yeah, that'll
We
work.
dope.
I told Sam, I was like, dog, with your tats and everything, I was like, man, we gotta go out there and do a shoot.
Yeah.
It's just, I think because I don't know what it is, man, but I feel like in San Antonio, like that sense of culture it's fleeting.
Yeah.
I think it's only a matter of time before like we just see everything commercialized.
Yeah.
When I was a kid, like, dude, Dia de los Muertos wasn't a thing.
No.
When I was young, like, dude, my grandma never celebrated it. My tias that came from the motherland never celebrated it. That wasn't a thing. Yeah. Now you see it in the stores. You see it like everywhere. People want to get sugar candies all over the place, sugar skulls and all that. And it's like that's fine and all, but that's just a part.
Well, I think that's the thing. Like when you look at Chicano culture, or even like just Hispanic, Latino, Mexican culture, like we all have different. Like even going into Mexico, you have certain areas like they really celebrated that.
Yeah.
In other areas, they somewhat celebrated. Like you said, a lot of times when our families came over here, they left some of those traditions and created their own traditions. Like,
yeah.
And it's all different. Like even for us, like one of the traditions we always have and will probably always have is, and we hated it as kids, but Thanksgiving we always have rice and beans.
Yeah.
Like I hated it as kids because we were like, what the hell? Everyone else is eating mac and cheese, mashed potatoes, and all that stuff, and we're eating rice, beans, and turkey. Like, but that was the thing that my dad instilled in us. And so now, like,
you'd have
and so now we still have rice and beans at Thanksgiving. It's like one of the things we always make sure we still have. Like that's our own tradition. And so, no, I agree. I mean, like that's the one
SPM
thing
said, I was raised on beans and rice, even on Thanksgiving.
There's a thin line. I think sometimes when you look at it, like you can go too far and forget your history, or you can get stuck in it too, right? Because there's some people that get stuck in that, and that's all they're like, oh, I got to be the West Side, or I got to be this,
absolutely,
and they don't adapt. And it's like, but it's not forgetting where you came from. Like, that's why I think that portrait, that the photos are cool. Like I ain't had a chance to see them, but. Dang, I definitely would buy one of those and put it up in my house because to me, like I said, that reminds me of.
There you go. There's your first sale.
I would put it up, like, especially now that I'm living in Austin. People come to my house and they're like, "Where's that from?" I'm like, that's from San Antonio. Like that's from the
San Antonio.
You know, where I never lived there, but my grandmother lived there. My abuelita lived there.
We might as well live there. Like I mean, we were. Mom would take us almost every week.
Well, yeah,
and sometimes more than once a week.
When I was a kid, she used to babysit me when I was a baby. So it was like that's where I was at. Honestly, that's what I was gonna say. We'll leave a cliffhanger for the next time. But it was a Casiano Courts where I first saw someone get killed.
Yeah, we both
That's
did.
gnarly, dude. No, you can't save that for a clip, bro. What
we both did. No, I told you the story, didn't I?
Oh, that was the one?
Yeah, the shoddy.
Yeah. Damn.
It was like it was just so random. It was Mother's Day. I don't remember how old we were. We weren't double digits yet, I don't think.
No, Mom said like you were like
maybe
5 or 6, and so
like
that made me like 4 or 5.
Yeah, something like that. It was Mother's Day, and my mom was dropping off our abuelita.
Because Lati was a baby.
And literally, we hear this bang, boom, and it's like, and my mom just like rushes my grandmother in, and it's the side of her house, like this dude just got like blasted there. And the only thing I remember, I always remember this clearly, and people can say, well, maybe I made it up because I was a kid back then, but I just remember you couldn't see anything, but I could, because a crowd of people had gone around him. All I remember is seeing like his boot was straight up. I remember just seeing that boot fall.
Dang.
Like so
you saw the
in my head, I knew like that.
Yeah, you saw the soul leave the body.
I guess so. It was just
well,
like
you definitely did.
I distinctly remember that, right? And my mom was like,
yeah, you saw him die.
And my mom was calm about it. Like she just took my grandmother in. My grandmother was good. She was like, "Hey, this is."
Yeah, she told Mom, just go ahead, just leave. Like, she was calm the whole time.
Yeah, yeah, she was calm because that was day-to-day life there.
That's
and
crazy.
like, we get in, we leave, and it's not like my mom sits us down and is like, "This is what you just saw." It was just like,
that's absolutely.
Get in,
hey,
get
Mother's
out.
Day, we're gonna go eat.
Yeah,
just go and it's like
that's nuts, bro.
Like so. You know, but those are things you see, you remember, and things like that. So it's like,
I mean, like, our Theo died in the courts.
Yeah.
Like, he OD'd in the courts. Like, it was just one of those things. Like, I remember.
That's why she got that's when she moved into the 2-story.
Yeah, because she couldn't live in that other one anymore because of what happened with him.
Yeah,
like,
he had OD'd in the restroom. So so you kind of learn about that stuff. Right now.
And it wasn't I don't think because my parents never sugarcoated things for us, so they let us know. Like,
like hey, he had a habit, he died, and this is what it was. Like, I don't know, maybe my therapist would agree otherwise, but psychologically, I don't think it affected me.
Yeah, obviously
not. Everyone has their opinion. But yeah, man, we definitely gotta check out those photos. You guys want photos from Jose? We'll put his stuff in there. Right before we close, we were gonna talk about beards real quick.
Yeah, because Joey got to.
Yeah, Joey has a
dope one.
a luscious beard.
Luscious beard.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
Well, we'll talk about like the conditioning part of it. Like without even, we'll start next time with like actually doing the lineup and everything.
Yeah.
But like, you gotta wash it. Like people don't want.
It's like,
you
gotta wash your beard.
Yeah, no,
Like,
people don't.
You
Like
can't
they're
just
like,
get
oh,
water in it.
yeah. They'll tell me. They'll be like, "Am I supposed to wash this?" I'm like, "It's hair, bro."
hair.
Yeah, wash
You
it.
gotta get the oils.
You gotta make sure you condition it. You gotta get the oils. You gotta, like, and you don't need to wash it every single day. It's just like the hair on top. Like,
Yeah, it's a little
you
bit-
let that oil
Yeah.
keep it alive and everything. And like, but and then there's some people that are they're not gifted like that, and you just, it's less material, but you still got to wash it and you got to.
Well, like typically, like you were telling me before, like goatees and mustaches, not so much because it's growing out. You're cutting it. It's going.
Yeah.
But with the beard, you're growing it out. Like
Yeah.
the luscious beard right here. This is hair that's been there for a while. So you're trimming it and stuff, but still, so you got to keep it.
Because there's a lot of them, like they come in and like because they're not taking care of their beard at all, like they have this gap right here, and they have this W, and they're like, yeah, I don't know, it just doesn't grow that much right here, and I'm like, yeah, it does. Stop pulling it, and you gotta use shampoo, you gotta use conditioner, keep that sucker alive. Like hair's gonna die just like anything else. Like like and
Keep
they have
that
this
sucker alive.
yeah, because they're doing this to it. And I'm like, you're trimming it because you're pulling out all the
Yeah,
hair
of
when you're
course,
doing this,
right.
and you're only pulling it right here. You're not really pulling all this. So you're pulling all that. So now you have this short hair, and you have all these long ones.
Long hairs.
Yeah, and that's the only time you don't want to get the W. You're just like, nah, dude. Like you gotta leave it alone first of all. Figure out another way to concentrate, like, or get nervous and like I don't know. Snap your fingers, do something, but don't touch your beard because you're messing it up. Like, and use shampoo, use conditioner, like condition it, and oils. Yeah, like I mean, and now they actually make beards. Like we got one right here. We're not selling it, so the label, but this one right here, like this is leave-in conditioner,
Okay.
Nice.
and like you just put it in there. Like we're gonna start using that because I was like. A lot of people don't even know like you gotta put stuff in your beard. Like they just
I'm
like,
pretty
oh,
sure
I grew it
nowadays
out.
they got all kind of products you can buy for
Yeah, like
and
that.
stuff,
That's
so,
specifically for beards. Like,
yeah.
So if you got a beard going and you need a trim and stuff like that, or you need some tips, come into the
Yeah,
shop.
come on
get
over.
some tips. Get you trimmed up.
My man will hook you.
And make sure that you guys are getting it right because you want to have that beard. You want to look good. You don't want it to
That's
be
right.
Like me.
No, you got a good beard.
Yeah.
You got a good beard.
Dude, I started growing out my caterpillar right here when I was like in 7th grade. I
Nice.
never shaved that sucker. I was all proud of it. I was like, hell yeah.
Nice.
like
No,
one of the
that-
first times I cut Joey's beard and everything. I was trimming it up. I hit the stash and he came back. He's like, "Yeah, no, my girl doesn't like you." When you take-" He's like, "Don't do that again." I was like, "Oh, I'm bad, dude. I won't like." So I don't touch the mustache.
Leave the mustache alone. That's cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you're trying to grow out a beard and stuff, yeah, you want to trim it, you want to do the things. Come ask for tips. We'll help you out. Unless you want to be like the Duck Dynasty guys and have just wild beards, which is cool too. I
Yeah,
mean,
some of
that's,
them, like
I
if
don't
you look
understand.
at their beards, some of them they
Some
have
of them
that.
do.
They
You
have
can
that.
tell.
They have that W. Like you
Yeah.
see it on them.
But
Yeah.
they don't care. Like some of them do. Like you can tell. Like
Now, there's some of them that's
some of them
groomed
are
out.
getting
See,
this stuff,
like what's the youngest? He grooms it,
yeah.
and so does the one
Willie.
that runs it, Willie.
Really, yeah,
he grooms it
you
too.
can tell he grooms it. The other ones, they just do it because they're trying to hide their face for duck season.
I'd imagine.
So, before we close, you got any tips or advice for people that either want to go into photographing or just?
Yeah, I guess if there's someone out there that's wanting to get into it, yeah, just stick with it, and try to find your own style, find your own feel, and honestly, don't be afraid to like get out of your comfort zone with it. It's like my camera has gotten me to meet some of the most interesting people, man, that I'll probably ever meet, that most people probably won't ever meet. And I feel like there's the quality aspect to it, but also just the desire to want to go and just present quality work, just to get in and like meet these people, know these people, and be able to represent them well with the craft. So I would say that don't be timid about shooting. No matter the situation, no matter the environment, man, you have to do it. You can't ask permission. If you want to capture something, then it's not up to anybody else but you.
Nice, definitely go do it. Who knows? You may end up at Kanye
At a,
Sunday
yeah,
service, or you may end
Or
up at January 6th.
Yeah. Like
Both very-
you
both
experienced
very
history,
extreme.
yeah.
Both,
You
both extreme.
experienced history twice.
Next time we'll talk about when I met Alex Jones.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Well, how you gonna throw that? All right, we gotta do that. You're coming back. You're
That's the
coming back.
cliffhanger. That's the
cliffhanger.
cliffhanger.
That's the cliffhanger. Right
Not the
there.
shoddy.
So you gotta come back to talk about Alex Jones. Hit the subscribe button, like button. Like we said, we are selling Quantum Coffee, so come by, get some. You can try it out while you're in the shop. We got a Keurig machine with the different stuff, so come hit it up.
Check
I
out the
promise you you're gonna
photo
like it.
of Kanye,
We got the Kanye
the
photo.
almighty Yeezy.
We're gonna have Joey's information in the description, so once he relaunches, you can go there, check out things, hire him for family photos, stuff like that. And
Just real quick, because you didn't say this, but there's only like 7 of those. There's only like what, 8 or 7?
like 7 now.
Yeah, there's only 7 of those. There's in the whole world. Like he's not gonna remake them as far as I know, unless
No.
yeah. So
Once they're gone, they're gone.
yeah.
nice, cool. All right, well, hey, definitely let's keep supporting each other and all the local businesses. So we'll put it in the description. Hit that like and subscribe button. Once we get to that 100 subscribers, we'll be. I don't know what we're doing. We still haven't decided.
Won't be handsome feet.
Hands and feet,
It
probably.
won't be
Okay.
that.
I
I'm gonna
feel
tell
like
you
it
that.
should be handsome.
It'll be a hands and feet, but you can cover your
Yeah.
feet. It's all right. Like you don't have to show your feet.
All right.
We can
Like
do
cover.
like what we do with the photographs
you should blur-
from
you
haircuts. We'll do before and afters.
You should.
Gee, well.
You should you should blur out your feet in the video. Randy's always the background voice and the background feet.
Hey,
Background feet.
local love is forever.
Local love is forever.
We're out.